with Kyle, have you ever seen a head coach go down not using his best players as Kyle does in the most important time
That's
of
what's
the game?
maddening, right? That's what's maddening.
George
That's what's
Kittle,
maddening.
Deebo Samuel. Look at McVay. He went down swinging
Yeah.
with Cooper Cup,
Yeah.
OBJ, his running back who had fumbled twice.
Yeah.
Kyle in the biggest moments does not utilize his big players. He should have just told Jimmy, like, I don't care if George Kittle's covered, and I don't care if Deebo Samuel's covered. Throw to them until your arm falls off in the
Or
fourth
hand to
quarter.
Deebo Samuel. I mean, that's
Or
what they
hand it
did
to Deebo
in
Samuel.
Dallas and Green Bay. They just handed off to Deebo on 3rd and long, and it worked.
You know what it is? He's so smart that he
Yeah.
outthinks common sense, and the
Yes, he
fact
does.
that he's looking for the best play and not realizing that you've got, the X factor, you've got cheat codes, right?
He thinks he's the star. Deebo's the star. Like,
Again,
you're great, Kyle, but your job is to pretty much enable Deebo, and he didn't.
I've never seen a head coach not utilize his best players in football.
And he did in the Super Bowl too, man.
And he did in the Super Bowl. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
He should have just told Jimmy, don't look at anybody else. Just go to Kittle. He'll be open. That's it.
Basketball coaches don't overthink it in the 4th quarter. They're like, okay, Michael Jordan.
Here,
I have Michael Jordan. All right, Michael, you're going to take 15 shots until we win. I don't understand how football coaches can be so smart and dumb at the same time. Like, you're the smartest dumb coach ever, or the dumbest smart coach. How?
McVay and everyone's laughing at the Rams fans or essentially saying that they own the Rams. The Rams are officially they're done. I mean the 9-0 rivalry they're even. They're not in the Rams' heads. When it counted the most, they're done. And so if I'm the 49ers, obviously you're going to have to get rid of Jimmy because keeping Bosa, keeping
the contract. Yeah.
The contracts I get. But what an immense amount of pressure on Trey because you're going to have a group of fans that are going to be sensible and who are going to say it's his first full year. Let's see where it goes. And then you're going to have another group of fans that are going to say anything less than an NFC championship is what?
The expectation is what Patrick Mahomes did his rookie year.
Correct.
MVP,
but
50 touchdowns.
Jimmy, as a Jimmy supporter, but being a rational person I am, I'm going to be like, okay, it's his first year. But you're going to have people saying, well, Jimmy got him to the NFC championship, Trey didn't.
Yeah.
And so what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to have a group of fans that are going to hold on to that, who are going to be like, I told you shouldn't have got rid of Jimmy.
Right.
So then
now, the only curveball there is Jimmy's going to play somewhere next year, and we'll see what he does.
Yeah.
Because he could be hurt all of next year. It's not.
Could you imagine if Jimmy ends up going to another organization that is not a dumpster fire like the Steelers and still end up winning 70% of their games? I mean,
if Jimmy goes to another organization and magically becomes durable, we will really have to question some things about the 49ers at that point.
Correct.
Right? I mean, yeah, because I'm sort of expecting Jimmy to go somewhere and have a great camp and then be hurt week 3 because that's sort of his pattern. Sorry. You know what I mean?
Again, I go back to this whole season, and we were playing with house money the minute we got away with beating Dallas, and then even more house money beating Green Bay. So when we lost, as a fan, I wasn't as upset because I felt like, quite frankly, we were lucky even to be in that position to begin with. It wasn't like 97 when Steve Young lost to Brett Favre, and I was devastated because we had the best team in the NFL there that year. We were just happy to be there, and I get 49ers fans, but again, I think
you heard it from the team too. Like after the game, every player in the team was like, "Hey, no one thought we'd make it this far."
Correct.
And the bad sign was after they beat Green Bay, a lot of players started talking on social media like, "Oh, what about Jimmy now?" Like, wait a second, are you guys exhaling here? Or are you guys taking a breath? It's what it felt like.
Yeah. And you know what, Kyle and John, they seem perfectly fine at the end of press conference. Yeah, they got what they wanted. They could go to Jed. I go, hey, Jed, we made the playoffs. We made the NFC championship.
Yeah.
And what do you want? Jed doesn't want to go back to hiring Jim Tomsula and the fire that he did. So they played with house money. They did what they accomplished. They are happy. They bought Trey time. My biggest qualm with Trey is just throw a spiral, man. Just whatever you got to do to not make that pass wobble because he's got all the right makeup. he just throws that ball really hard. And if it's not a spiral, you're going to see a lot of those.
See, to me, I don't care about the wobble as much as the velocity. Like,
correct.
Peyton Manning, his passes wobble too, but he didn't throw them 65 miles an hour.
Well, that's the thing.
If you could take a little off, you're going to have to take a little off to be a great. Stafford can take a little off. Great quarterbacks can throw with touch, and I think he can too. But he's going to need to show that. That's what I don't know if his.
I think it's funny that's the only thing that in my mind, that's the only thing that I look at is his velocity and how the ball travels. Even if it wobbles, if it's not going 100 miles an hour,
that would help. That would help. That would help because the combination makes it difficult.
Correct.
It does.
Correct.
All right, man. Well, good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I'll see you soon.